I I guess I figure like a lot of times I have a lot of people on the stream. Usually I'm able to cut out of the stream. I'm usually able to cut out of the stream fairly early, but when the husband gets home, but the stream was popping so much it was, I don't know, it was like Jesus walked through the stream. So I decided to start a little early today. Yesterday I had a lots to do on Instagram and all my little places. Facebook, I always got a ton of stuff to do over there. But I'm gonna try to make an effort. I'm feeling much better. I'm starting to take this a B and C complex. It's like it's for your immune system. Hi, but yeah, this B and C complex thing I'm taking. A lot of the nurses tell me that they just take a multivitamin, but I started taking this because I love energy drinks. Oh, I'm good. I actually had a really good day at work. But sometimes I'm a horrible patient and I'm not wasting a bunch of money at the doctors when I see all these nurses all the time. I was real sick and I didn't want to keep taking antibiotics because it messed me up. So I've been taking this B and C. It's like a vitamin, and I was afraid to take it twice a day, but I guess it was confirmed from my work that if you take vitamin B and C, like a complex, whatever your body doesn't need, you pee it out. So I take one in the morning now and one in the evening, and I have like the energy of like a teenager. It's crazy. Your urine will probably get like, I think my urine was when I'm taking these. You got to drink lots of water, but your first urine is usually like it was like a bright yellow. It's gonna be a bright yellow, but it's actually, oh hello, it's a healthy alternative to drinking energy drinks because I guess you can have a heart attack and just die apparently. So I've been taking those and I just feel like, I don't know, I feel incredible. I recommend this these vitamin comp. I think it's any B and C. I some nurses, you are come Jamaica. I don't know what that means. Maybe rephrase that, but I'm not Jamaican. But anyways, I was concerned about this potassium issue. So one of my nurses says, "Don't ask me. I think your body gets rid of potassium." So I'm trying not to have high potassium levels, I guess. So this is what I've been doing, and I think the B and C stay. I would still stay away from potassium because if you have higher levels of potassium, the doctors will put you through a lot of tests, and you don't want that. That means they're poking you and doing all this stuff. So I'm not a doctor, but I don't recommend anything unless I've tried it, and it was recommended from my work. So I know you guys are hard workers over here. So, and sometimes I get up. My first alarm's at 4:30 in the morning, literally, and then I go back to bed and wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. And then I get ready for work, and then I gotta call my brother and make sure he's up because that's when he actually gets up. Is 5:30 in the morning, and I've been up an hour before him because some I feel he would be late for work if I didn't bother him every day. Every single day I bother him, and my bothering him has got him perfect attendance. So now I'm not. They give me nice, easy units, and it's nice. I can relax, and I don't think that they're gonna let me leave. It's sad, but I think I'm stuck there unless I don't know, independently wealthy, and I don't see this happening anytime soon. So at least now I'm treated better. Even though my friend that was on the other unit with me came over 3 times while I was doing patient care. Oh, hello, how you doing? And my nurse was just like, he was like, oh, well, tell her to come over talk to me. And, I'm working. It was crazy. Came here 3 times. Then my nurse was like, I know you got a job to do. So I was not going over to that unit. Sometimes in nursing, that it's like a soap opera at work. I think every nursing home and medical facility, I think it's because everybody's together for so long. I don't know. It's weird. But our one social worker's, her last day is Friday. So there'll be a party Friday. But I'm going to be sad because what if we get, I don't know, someone we don't like? Because a lot of times you get people at work and when they leave and you think you did not like them, sometimes you get somebody to replace them that is worse. I don't know if you guys have had this issue. It happens a lot at my work. I've been on the same horrible assignment for like 2 years straight. Finally got off it because I told them I was getting burnt out or leaving, and then all this happens, and now no one wants this assignment. So they hunt me down like I'm some kind of special person. And it's like, no, I'm not. But I was enjoying myself, different sets of people. But then, of course, my friends was like, they loved the post. I have I don't know. I don't know if you guys want the post with my brother in it because we have our. Oh, hello. How are you? I have my cards today. I know the last stream I got caught up with yapping and stuff, but I actually have this too. Sometimes my brain is mush when I come home. We have so much patient and nursing drama, and then just nursing drama. It's almost like Melrose Place, my work. And then there's always one person that has a crush on another person. You put a bunch of people in close quarters, that's what happens. I always tell my friends, do not date anyone at work. And they think I'm crazy and everything, but I stay out of so much drama because my work life is my work life and home is home. And they get all caught up with this and they got to leave their job and stuff. It's not worth it. If you get a decent job, make sure your significant other doesn't go nowhere near your job, and don't ever, what does my mom used to tell me? Don't shit where you eat. Like if you have a decent job and you want to keep it and someone wants to be with you, just be like, if you really like me a lot, then you're just going to find the job. That's what I actually told my first husband that because, and he did, he found another job. Because I think it's the worst thing in the world to work with your husband or wife or significant other. Family, it's a hit or miss, I guess, because I've had a lot of the first jobs my sons have had is through my job. Like I always had them volunteering, or I got them a job in the kitchen, or this and that, or just stupid stuff. So, but that wasn't horrible because they just look at it like, oh, it's your kid, you know? And even that, you just got to make sure that they don't call off a lot. So sometimes you can catch drama in that, but at least it's not horrible drama, you know? But I don't ever suggest doing anything at work with anybody. You get talked about so bad. It's horrible. It really is. Because years ago there was this guy and this girl. Obviously, I can't say any names, but they had sex in one of the shower rooms. And, it became kind of a thing. It went, and honestly, the guy still had his job and somehow got promoted and everything, and the girl got fired. It caused a lot of drama. So that was crazy. And I always hear about crazy stories at work. This is why I try not to get too personally involved. It was different. It's different with my brother, but I probably over the 10 years I've been there, I'm really good personal friends at home with maybe just two people and that's it. Actually maybe three. But that's pretty good because even that could cause drama. Like your. Oh well, thank you if that's like you. Stuttering or cellaring? Okay, I don't know what the heck that means. I have a crush. Oh, crushes happen every day. They really do. I mean, I guess I don't. I never really. I've never really thought romantically, I guess. As a kid, I was always. I don't know what you call it. I know I was isolated, but I was just kind of taught to that you don't really get involved with people and a romantic level until you're an adult. And that included like relationships. So maybe that's why as an adult I is have an easier time. Because sometimes when I break up people, I just feel like I just go back to my childhood. I just go back to my childhood and think about things that my mom would tell me. And my mom would tell me when I was upset. Oh, hi, Liz. How you doing? But my mom would tell me all the time when I was upset that I just needed to read a book or just think about something you've always wanted to do and do it and don't think of it, nothing else, and it'll go by quicker. So I used to go to a lot of counseling and stuff when I was younger, and my counselor would tell me to write stuff on a paper, your personal goals. And all right, hang on, I'm gonna take care of this. Okay, all right, that's taken care of. But getting back to my counselor days, oh, nothing much, Liz. Was living life, and him, of course. Yeah, I keep telling him that all three of us should get together and live stream, but oh, he's good. But I keep telling him we all need a live stream, but he keeps saying that he's has this and this to do with his parents, and I don't get it. I told him that we're all the Chong squad. This is the thing. Me and Tim had an entire conversation about how we need to start live streaming together outside of the bedroom. And I do ads now with the Chong Squad, and I'm gonna get your picture too, and put it in there, put it in the ads. But I told him we have to live stream together, and he's always busy, and I don't get it. And then he told me you don't have enough gas, Liz. So I don't know. And I told him we live right next to the Metro Park, so he says that we're all gonna live stream together soon, and I hope this happens soon. I really do. He's well, yeah, and I don't get it. I tell him it's a perfect time, and I have like Wednesday and Thursday off, And every other weekend, and pretty soon I'm gonna have Monday through Thursday, and I don't get why he keeps saying we don't have time to stream. Well, yeah, I told him to bring you over. I mean, when I have these days off, he never does. He's always busy. He can take you to the store and take you to work, but I don't know. I don't know what he does over there, but I keep telling him that he don't want Chong over there because there's a couple tools out or something, and he's afraid Chong is going to get hurt. So I don't know. I even told him now is the perfect time for us all to go different parts in the park that me and Chong can't walk to, because I'm trying to have a more variety of a stream, and I like honestly doing. I like to do fun dog walks. And I have not been able to do a virtual dog walk because he's always busy. I hope so. I mean, I used to do really good virtual dog walks, and that's what Chong the dog was supposed to be about. Where there, I have a virtual dog walk because I actually addicted to watching people walk their dog because I wanted to know what they were doing that I wasn't. So I wanted to put out a video like that because I like to watch these things. But I did find, oh, you know. But Liz, and everybody else, I did find I don't keep my subscriptions private, so you can just look on my page and it's there. But it's this dermatologist guy, and in this black head, it looked like an eyeball, and it was like he goes through the whole surgery thing, and it was so cool. And he pulled it out, and it looked like it was just a nasty little eyeball, and then it had all this like white stuff that came out, and it was really cool looking. And he's an actual legit surgeon. And then there was inspiring stories of like German shepherds. I subscribed to this other person, and this German shepherd had a really nice story where it was hiding a baby kitten, and then the baby kitten was sick, and they took him to the veterinarian, and they were able to save the baby kitten. And this huge German shepherd and this baby kitten were together, and it was so cool. And this is what I was doing before I came here, but I subscribed them too. And I'm gonna try to look for more of those people because I love Dr. Pimple. I think that's she's a surgeon too. But when she gets some of these things, it's usually like a baby cyst, and they look cool. I really like her. She's always been one of my favorites. She is like so rich too. Being a surgeon on top of millions and millions and millions of views. I mean, she's everywhere. She's in she's on Facebook, anywhere you can imagine. Hang on, I'm gonna close this door. Oh, but but yeah, they're really really cool. You gotta this Dr. Pimple lady is awesome. I've been watching Dr. Pimple for I don't know how long, but it's nice to watch. But I like to watch gross stuff like this of medical origins. I'm always want to see what's coming out of somebody's cyst or something. These things just amuse me. Because you never know. One of these things can appear in your body, and you kind of sometimes you can learn stuff on YouTube without even having to go to the hospital. Some cysts are like right up there. And Dr. Pimples you see the surgical procedure. So it's actually very informative if you want to be your own doctor. And most of the time, I'm not going to lie, I am my own doctor. Because low key, the person I dislike most in the world are doctors. I think they're horrible sometimes and they overcharge. And I have very much dislike towards certain doctors. Seen enough of them and being around them. And I know it's terrible for me to say, but they're all human. But some are horrible. And then some are really nice. You got to feel your doctor out, I feel. I don't know. Do you if you want a question answered? I mean, I do this because I'm saving money for a animal shelter. Me and my brother Tim have decided we want to save up for a no-kill animal shelter, and we want to name it Chong the dog. No kill, and I'm gonna try to get like service animals trained. And then if I see somebody, and rehabilitate these animals to where they could be useful, that I'm gonna literally pay for the all the paperwork. It should be around $1,000, and I'm gonna pair them up with people that need a service dog, and making sure these dogs get to good homes. So we're on a mission, and I keep saying that if we don't get variety of these streams, we're never gonna get this. We're never gonna get this dog shelter. So I'm trying, but I'm over here. Oh Lord, hang it. No, Chong. What? Lay down, Chong. No. But anyways, we're trying to get no-kill animal shelters, and that's really the whole reason I'm over here now. So I figured maybe. Oh yeah, this is why. As far as I know, I was cussing a lot. Of my one friend at work was telling me that she listens to a lot of YouTube big streamers, and she told me that excessive cussing is not supposed to be allowed, and you can get your stream taken down. So I thought maybe I'm gonna try to be more cordial. But she says you can cuss once in a while, but she said you just gotta be kind of. I'm trying to get together all the community rules. I'm still grungy, but I'm more formal than anything because I work in a formal environment. So I'm just gonna cuss less and stuff like that. But I guess some people are have a million people watching them, and I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for this. I don't know if there's a class for this because that's a lot of people, and I'm pretty sure that I would have to go somewhere, which is another issue, and that's just scary. I have issues with, I don't like big groups of people to begin with. I don't know what the hell you'd call it. God, I don't know. They used to make me join like cheerleading and stuff when I was younger. Oh, you're hilarious. Well, my friends at work think this dog shelter is a worthy cause, and I do work with a lot of rich people, and I'm not rich, but I figured they thought it was a really good thing. So, and I know Mr. Beast is going out there and paying people's rent. I'm sorry, but I'm having issues with possibly more than 500 people. I don't know. That's a lot. And she was telling me she listens to live stream with a million people. There has to be, I don't know, there would be other people involved. There may be even an outline. Usually, with more money comes all kinds of, like, I don't know, almost like a real format. I don't know if I'm ready. I don't even barely know how to do this. I mean, it's one thing when you know how to like do. I did take speech, but I mean, it's different. This is like I've been seeing some of these Google streamers. Oh my god, they're very well put together. They're professional. I mean, I'm professional, but not like that. I could never be streaming with scientists because they're too stuffy. I like them though. I mean, sometimes in the world you need stuffy people. As long as they're good stuffy people. This is what I call them, stuffy. Because generally they have a little bit of an ego, but they're super smart and they actually make a difference and do something. People that are really super smart and have money seem to have some kind of ego no matter what you do. So I guess it's something that you have to live with in life. But this whole Google streaming is it's a very scary thing. I've seen them with TV screens. And then there's more than 3 people around. I think there was like they were shown behind the scenes. There was like 50. And I don't like going places with more than 10 there's more than 10 people. I was never a fan of restaurants. So I don't know. I'm thinking maybe if I practice over here enough, possibly I could probably get the live streaming part down easy. I just got to see what style because I know there's different styles of things from college. And I did take like debate and different things. I would just see how like what kind of format they like are going and that's not an issue. It's all those damn people. There was people like they had actual cameras. I'm talking real camera, not what I got. I got an ancient camera that I have literally. I mean, it sounds horrible. Touch the what? I don't know what that is. I don't know what a peso is. I don't know a lot of slang, but oh, I don't know what all of this means. But I figure I'd come a little early. Oh, that's what those are. They're not big. They're just average. Honestly. I don't get that excited over things like that. When you're in medical, you just are used to seeing everybody in their raw state, and you get happy seeing people with clothes on when you come home. Honestly, that's the one thing about medical. They always say something like when you go to gynecologists, people are worried if they're looking. They are not. They don't care. They see so much of it all day. They probably barely want to look at their wives. But thank you for the compliment. But they're average. Dolly Parton has big ones. But I don't know, she's one of my favorite actresses. I like her a lot. And she openly admits she gets plastic surgery. She does, and she doesn't care. Look, she got a whole Dolly world. She was scrutinized for that. She always, I think it was even more than double D she had. They were like the biggest D's. And then she would, like, and her husband, she went with a regular person. Hang on. Oh, all right, well, that one in there. Chong, lay down. But back in the day, she was scrutinized a lot for this kind of stuff. But now they do it all the time. So, but I do like her. She's a very iconic singer. She's one of my favorite. and Reba McEntire. They're just timeless. They're just, even, I think after they die, they're just going to be like Willie Nelson. They're going down as one of the biggest. And the one I'm going to be really sad about the most is Ozzy Osbourne when he goes. Meatloaf, I was listening to him. He's pretty awesome. He was an actual opera singer. I think that's why I like him so much. But I don't think he was making a lot of money doing opera. So they started just doing like rock opera, and then it ended up like. And Meatloaf started a thing, and now they got a bunch of them. But I'll be sad when he dies. Well, he's dead, so. But it's already sad. But Ozzy is different. He is. I don't know. I love Ozzy the most. Probably because he's so different in everything. And I just love that he bit the head off a bat. There's nobody in that I've ever, in my own years of living, have done that. Okay, that one's blocked for review. Oh, I'm just holding it. That one actually hits better than the others. I got some denture cleaner, and I was thinking that denture cleaner would be good for this, but if I go and use it without asking him, it should. I mean, it cleans teeth. I think it would clean that thing, and then I can just soak it. But if I do it without asking, with him licking his little pipes, he'll get mad because sometimes my ideas aren't the best. Because I'll do things that weren't meant for that purpose. It's stuff that I decided I wanted to do, and then it might taste different, and then I got to hear the bitching, and I just not gonna go through that. That's why I don't clean them. I'll clean everything else, but I ain't touching all that stuff because he's just too specific. He spends all this money on all these different stuff. I just get my little vapes and stuff, and I have my little basic wardrobe. I'm not. You would think I'm bougie, but I'm not. But I do have a lot of rich friends, and that's why everybody says I act bougie. And then my parents had a little money, so. And then I tell everybody I don't really have money like that, and they tell me, but all your friends do. I mean, I honestly don't buy a lot of stuff. Their hand me downs are really nice. So I don't even mind. I have my one friend, when I run out of hemp lotion, she always gives me like more and just gives me all this stuff. I don't, sometimes, and I work, and I don't really worry about it. I'm just trying to better myself and figure one thing maybe I could do different than medical. I feel I was meant to do something other than medical because I'm just getting burnt out and I need a break. And it would be nice to have option too because I can't cook. They would literally kick me out of a restaurant. I have problems with seasonings. I can't do it. I've tried. I just don't have it. It's always over seasoned. I have no clue, and then half the time it tastes nasty either way because I don't really eat a lot of meat, so there's always problems. So I couldn't be in the cooking industry. And not only that, I'm used to working and having my assignment and not bother and everybody leaving me alone all day. They yell in the kitchen because my husband, he comes home and he talks about these people. And I guess they go around and they yell stuff and they have to work on a line. I think I would lose my mind and cuss at every single one of them. I couldn't do it. And then it's hot, I guess, too. They don't have air conditioning. See, this is why he calls me bougie. And he says my work is bougie. Yeah. I have a lot of random drinks in my room. My living room is right next to the hallway, and people go by and they hear you, and they hear your entire conversation in that living room. And sometimes, when I'm streaming and different things or just talking to friends, some things I like if you're half of a conversation, it sounds horrible. So I this is why I'm in my bedroom all the time. Because I found one place in this house that's soundproof that absolutely nobody can hear, and I had to sit there and look through the whole dynamic where the every like where light was bouncing and just did a lot of scientific shit to find out why. Then I had my brother go in the hallway to test my theory, and I have it like perfectly down now. So, this is why I'm in the bedroom. Because you could literally scream, you could do whatever you want, and I actually had him put his Xbox and stuff in here too because he loves to scream when he's playing Dead by Daylight. And he does the streaming on Twitch. He's Dark Angel. And he'll scream. Like he'll be eat my Coco ass and all this because they call him Coco. And the neighbors would have a fit. So I everything that's noise related is in here. And the one thing he does is he plays loud rap music, and then he has loud gaming on top of loud that. So a lot of times when he's home, that's why I cannot stream because he's always doing this. And this is why I'm always in the bedroom. That's why I'm trying to get Tim to take us somewhere else other than Chong Park. I'll probably do a live stream when it cools down a little bit down the park because it's just like real muggy and there's a chance of rain, and he does want to go for a long walk. So I know I have to do a Snapchat when I get out of here. I didn't do one today. I did a lot of Instagram posts today, and since Instagram and Facebook own each other, I'm not trying to have 100 million shares. So I dump them and they get shared to Facebook automatically. But I did get all those. So when I do my Snapchats, I'll send them over here too. It's like the library. Ever since I got over here, I always was afraid of TikTok shutting down. And then I was afraid of Facebook shutting. Well, Facebook, I think, is not going nowhere ever. They might have their problems, but they're never going away. It's and YouTube's never going away. So a lot of my stuff I archive over there, and I have a lot of Google storage and stuff in my phone. But over here is one of my storage spaces, so I try to keep stuff that a lot of this stuff I don't. I sadly can't do a lot of stuff over here except for live streaming. I mean, a lot of my larger videos, I can't get any larger videos over here. And I don't, maybe I have to have 500 subscribers. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I can send a Snapchat through, but I have to literally live stream to get more than 3 minutes. So that's why I come over here once a day. And with my reservations, with just all this craziness going on in Facebook, and they're shutting down a lot of live streamers over there. They really are. TikTok's starting to get a buckle down on them too. I don't. It's. I mean, I'm just trying to get a start on a network that isn't going to shut down or just get really weird. TikTok, I'm using more for promotional now. So, I mean, if you're over there, I mean, if you want to follow me, you can. I mean, but I'm only just there to get exposure because who knows who's going to own them. It's a lot of up in the airs with that. But I guess they're already starting where you can't. I know you're not allowed to smoke weed on stream over there. You can't. They don't accept that, and I think you're not allowed to cuss at all over there now too. But I don't know. Don Pratt is cussing up a storm over there. I don't know if you ever seen him. I think I've talked to him on other live streams. He's so funny. He is. He's always arguing with his neighbors. They get fucked Karen guy. And he actually sells T-shirts of this. He's still over there making money, so maybe they haven't fully changed it. I don't know. I couldn't tell you, but he's funny. He does these countdowns. He has all these fish tanks. He said he made a lot of money over there, but you have to be wild and out over there to, I think, to make any kind of money. I mean, if you got some off the wall, crazy stuff to talk about, that's TikTok's the place to be. It really is. So, I mean, that's what I've learned about that. And some of this crowd there, I like listening to him because I just think he's funny, and he usually has legit reason to be mad at his neighbor. And I don't know why they don't like his Mexican wife. Then maybe they don't like him because his kids cuss a lot. I don't know, but they go to school and they cuss a lot, and they are always being sent home too. And I don't know. I guess it's to be expected if you're cussing, but then the neighbors get mad at him, and I like to watch just grungy stuff like this. I find it funny. He is very entertaining for what it is, and he used to send people to Disney World. But hopefully, somebody that I mean, they're going through a lot of changes over there. This is why I can't just do a lot of stuff. If I get someone, I get someone. I don't care. I don't even try. I do get like 5 or 6 followers a day, but I think it's because they're interested. Is because a lot of the stuff over there is promotional, and they're just interested in getting the promotions because a lot of people don't do Facebook, but everything that generally I do on Facebook, I put over to TikTok anyways. So I think that's the only reason that they're following me, but that's okay too because I think that's a good sign. Honestly, I mean, I don't know enough about the social media because I've always had jobs of solitude. I'm not I'm not a people person mostly. I'm the person if you're really sick and or you got a fucked up situation, I'm the person that could be your best friend because I know weird stuff and I probably could help your injuries or at least do a damn good job and for a while until somebody that you need to get there gets there. But I'm just usually not the person to go to a crazy wild party. I'm the person you'd probably meet more at the park or a library because I think those are my two most favorite places in the world. That's why I want so bad to get in Vatican City, and I want in that library. I want that library so bad it's not funny. But we're talking about the Pope, and then we're talking about a lot of smart people that are very intelligent and way smarter than me that know multiple languages guarding the books that I want to look at. And I don't even think people are allowed to touch them, but I would like to just look at them. And from what I heard, they don't let no one look at them. And this really bothers me because as I really want to look at it. And this is why I would have loved to have been an archaeologist. It doesn't, I don't know, I would like I feel it would be better in the world if people were allowed to look at stuff or they trusted people enough. So I don't know. That's my one dream. I don't put it on my bucket list before I die because I think the Pope would kill me before I got there. And it wouldn't be no damn assassination. They would see you go near those books and they would kill you. I'm sure that security is that tight. I think a lot of the stuff they're hiding up there is very important. I mean, when these countries take over things and with the church being involved in the government, it's well known that they're protecting a lot of artifacts. Hitler took a lot of artifacts. And then when we got done with World War II, a lot of that stuff went different places, and some of it went to Vatican City. Because honestly, I don't think the Catholic Church should ever fall. And I'm not saying that because I'm Catholic, I'm just saying they hold a lot of secrets. And any faith that holds a lot of secrets is usually holding a balance. So I think the Catholics need to be left alone, especially Vatican City Catholics, and Rome needs to be left alone. Rome is so significant. It's crazy after Rome, Vatican City appears. I mean, it has to be a hot spot. I mean, that's okay. These things happen. I think that a lot of these different older religions, especially when they have a big temple of worship, they accumulate a lot of things. And they hold the goods. Oh, hello. But yeah, I read Angels and Demons and all that with the bloodline of Jesus Christ, and I believe Jesus Christ was married, and I do believe there was a bloodline. And I do believe the Catholic Church knew about it, but I don't know how that author got in there. I really don't. But somehow that author got in Vatican City. And he was allowed to look at the books, probably because he knew a lot of languages. I just don't think I lived long enough to learn a few languages, and I would have liked to. What kind of? Oh, I don't understand abbreviations. I'm not very good at that. So I don't know what. I mean, I know it's probably some texting thing, but I don't know. I got what kind of MAB will BW my next relationship. I see. I don't understand things like that because I'm a book nerd. So I don't just I don't know. Just put another thing without the abbreviations because you're way more sociable than me. Oh man, okay. I'm sorry. I barely. Besides talking to I usually only talk to work people and just people in my house. I'm just not a very sociable person. I don't get out there and hear people talk. So this is one way of me finding out about the world around me. Oh, you're welcome. I'm just a person of solitude. So this really is my socialization. I am not faking this. You just get so involved in your life, and and then your kids get older, and before you know it, and I'm a person of solitude. I can literally be like Yoda on Star Wars. I can live in a tree with my dog and be happy until I die. And I know it's unhealthy to feel this way. So until I decide I want to socialize more, I just figure live streaming's the start. So, what kind of man what's BW? My next relation. Is it will be? Because I don't understand what BW is. B, okay. So that's a typo then, right? I'm very slow with this. This is why I'm horrible at Spanish. It's, I can't get it. That's why I actually failed Spanish because I couldn't. The faster the talking, the worse it gets with me. And I just went and took another language after that to try to learn that it had a slower dialect. All right, all right, all right. What? Oh, jeez. This is so. All these comments everywhere. Okay, what kind of man will my. Okay, be in my next relationship? Alright. I don't know. Something went wrong there. Hang on. Sometimes these things happen. There shouldn't be a void move. Oh, okay. Sometimes this happens. I had to throw away a deck once. I'll tell you that. I mean, my kids just don't ever listen to me, but these tarot cards sometimes would go upside down every time I did a deck, and I was like, what the fuck? So I reshuffled them at times, and I don't know what happened or what got into them or who touched them, but things were going upside down. So you're never not supposed to burn tarot cards because it's bad luck. You're supposed to bury them with salt. You take any salt and bury them because they'll disintegrate and the earth will take its energy. And if it's bad, it'll recycle it. But if you burn it, it goes up and releases bad things. Because sometimes, if enough negative energy flows through, it can kind of curse your cards. So that's when I usually bury my cards. I've buried 5 decks of cards. And the other deck was so scary when things were going upside down. It was like the horror movie tarot cards, the traditional deck. I went to a fairy deck, and that one was okay. It was always positive, and you can't get a death reading on those ones. I had one that you can get a death reading, and it was doing crazy stuff. So I literally, I did. I think I put holy water on top of the. After I buried it with salt, I put holy water, and it seemed to dissipate. But things happen sometimes. My mom always told me when you have a Ouija board, she said that you always have to make your own, but she told me not to ever touch it because it's a direct channel. And if you have any interest in, I guess, a ghost is interested in you, it could come right through you. And you're not so. And my mom always said that unless you're an accomplished at the dark arts, you should never touch that. But tarot cards, if your energy gets shuffled wrong, you should always bury them with salt, like I said. And if you want to get holy water, it doesn't matter, and just leave it. And that's why they make these cards like biodegradable, because this way it's able to go in the earth. That's why a real tarot deck that does collect energy is never plastic, and if you come across one that's plastic, it generally doesn't. I guess it would be good for a party thing, but it can never really collect because they're meant to be with the cardboard or something that is biodegradable. So I'm only telling you guys this because the common person doesn't know about these things. So if you are out there practicing with tarot cards, which people do, it's and then you find out like everybody had the 8 ball when I was growing up, but like something like that would never be real. We just did it just to see, like we just mess around when we were kids. We go buy this 8 ball all the time, and it would say all things are going to yes, and it never was actually accurate, but it was a fun toy. But I guess tarot deck, when you do have your own tarot deck, it's something that it's like ceremonial. When you get a tarot deck, you're supposed to you're supposed to put holy water on it first. Because you really don't want negative energy coming through your cards at all. And you're supposed to put it in a safe space and give it time and get a feel for your deck. Because you don't want to connect with somebody that's really negative, but some dark practitioners do. It's a gamble, and I wouldn't recommend it because they could be tricksters, and they really can. And those kind of entities are something that I don't even want to deal with, and I'm a little bit, I guess, in the middle. Yeah, I'm just finding out my friend Sandra. I just was going on about another topic, but I see you. But yeah, if anybody has tarot decks and like you touched your energy into them, put a little bit of holy water on it, and if you feel like it has negativity or something, you know, make sure you just, like I said, bury it with salt and give it to the earth. It can't attach itself to you if you don't. So I'm just letting you guys know. But I got a full moon eclipse for the guy, which means that's the path. And I believe he's just going to come from different circumstance. And there's a full moon in Virgo and then a full moon. I believe he's going to be someone I'm picking up that you didn't think you would be able to get. And he's going to be really nice and successful. And I really can't figure out like specifics because that's all I'm picking up on this, because I guess it's supposed to be a surprise. But at least it's a good surprise when it's coming, so. And I'm not saying he's going to have like huge money. It's just he's going to be successful where he can kind of take care of himself and have nice things. Successful. You know what I mean? That's what I call successful. So, but I feel anybody's successful in life if they can do those things. But that's just my opinion because I'm not greedy. But I hope that's helpful. But that's all I'm picking up on that. Sometimes things like that are meant to be a secret and nobody could pick up on things like this. Okay. Now, what is your question, Dan? You want a love reading between me and my new boyfriend? Okay. Thank you. The Chong the dog future dog shelter thanks you. pretty soon, hopefully, you guys will be getting live dog videos. Maybe they'll let me, I'll just live stream all the dogs in the shelter since they'll be trained for that. This is where all your subscriptions going to go to, is getting this dog shelter together. So, I'm just letting you guys know. Because, I mean, I would want to know what I'm supporting if I was watching people. Even though I watch these people with the doctor pimple and everything. So, I'm just letting you guys know. But, do you want a love reading between you and your new boyfriend? Alright. Now, these readings, energy changes every day, but there's a main energy. What will be his? I have no clue. That I'm being blocked. There's people way. There's dead people way above me that are in charge of things like this, and you can't. Sometimes they're just not going to tell you. That's how these spirits run. You know, like the Reaper. I've seen him a lot. He's There's really not much. If he's blocking you from something or whatever situation, you're not stopping him. And love readings come from the lighter God. And if the lighter God wants you to not see something, you're not going to see it. Or the darker God. These are the things that are true that I know. I do know that you're a good person and it's actually good karma coming to you if it's any help at all. I'm just picking up it's good karma from a bad relationship. That is all I'm picking up. And they will not tell me nothing because I guess they want you to be surprised. Whatever you've been through, they feel bad. And you need the light to balance the dark. The dark needs to balance the light. So there's sometimes a lot of bad things happen to people when this happens. And I guess you got caught in the crossfire. So, and now you're getting good karma, which is good. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm done with hers. I was just answering her last question from the reading. Because sometimes I explain why I don't have these answers, because when I'm told no, I'm given for a reason. I feel like they're assistant. But your love life with your new boyfriend, I hope that was what BF is. But anyways, you got a mutual moon, which means you guys can go. There's no real set path for you guys. You guys can write your own start out fresh. It's like a start out fresh card. Let's just put that way. This is not from another path, it's a complete path and it's a complete new path. This relationship, pretty much. It's not from any karma cycle, it's just because you guys want to be together. And then you got the full moon in Capricorn because you guys were kind of coming off, you know, tough cycles. And it doesn't have to mean romantic. I mean, it can mean job, it could be money, just stressful cycles. There was stress before this relationship, is all this signifies. So, and then you got a new moon in Virgo, which means a new start for a happy beginning. So, I guess as long as you guys try to stay true to each other, I'm not seeing this breaking up. But I mean, if you do something that's crazy or he does something crazy and you guys cause your own stress, I that could break anything up, really. I mean, unless you guys cause your own different stuff in it. But the universe isn't punishing you for nothing or nothing. It's actually trying to reward you with a fresh start. I don't know. Maybe you were screwed over a lot. I'm with just life. So that I don't know. I am not allowed to know that. All I can pick up is he likes you for who you are. Higher ups do not like that kind of activity. And they will not tell you things like that because they feel it's an intrusion in people's thoughts. I'm sorry. God and the Reaper got rules here. The rules of the universe is, I mean, it's pure thoughts. I can tell you that. He's a good person, but he does like you, but they don't allow that kind of activity. That's why any psychic that tells you they can tell someone's thoughts is a fraud. And I'm telling you this because I'm not trying to take anybody's money. Oh, you're welcome. I'm trying to get an animal shelter going. And right now, this is all I got is Tara, and I didn't know this was a thing. Because honestly, I'm involved with Dr. Pimple all day. And my friends, I was telling my friends about my mission for this to help these animals so much. And I figured one day I just said, hey, you want a tarot reading online? And somebody got excited. So I figured why not have segments? I mean, I think God and the Reaper, and I'm not saying the Reaper is a devil. God is life, the Reaper signifies death. To me, I don't associate with anything dark. I just associate with life and death. And death is never a bad thing. It's not evil, it's just death. Because death is renewal. I don't deal with cycles of, I don't allow cycles in my life of just negativity that leads to evil. I call that evil when it takes away your free will. I don't like it. It feels ugly. It makes you feel like if you're around some of these people that want to take away your free will and have these, like, they have so much negative energy, they become demonic. And I actually sometimes, if you really look at them, their faces contort and they look really ugly because the energy around them looks so ugly along with them. Those guys are just pretty much giving up free will somewhere. And these are not the people you want to associate with your energy or your life. Because the Reaper and God have nothing to do with these people. They're just people that I like to call them energy suckers. And they will take your joy and they will take everything away from you if you let them. And you just can't, you gotta stay away from energy suckers in your life. What is going on currently with V? Well, I could see literally what life and death show me, but Chong, what are you doing? For God's sakes, we'll go out at 7 o'clock. This is why another reason I don't get to live stream a lot sometimes because Chong always wants to be outside all the time, and I walk him like we usually walk about 5 miles a day. So, and then sometimes I try to, we're on this walk for so damn long, I just say, let's live stream. But lately it's been hot, and he got black fur. We get up the damn street, he's huffing with water, and we got to come back. That's why I told Tim, Chong wants to go to the park, and he gonna have to get over here and pick us up because he ain't been to the park in like 4 days. I think he's about ready to lose his mind over here. But this is a lot of the time. So lately, haven't been doing dog walks because I'm not going to tape him huffing and puffing and us trying to get back home. And we haven't been going far. Like I'll take him on 15 short walks a day because I don't. We got these coyotes now. You can't if you go out at between 9 and 10. We have these. I've actually located the whereabouts of these coyotes. This is probably this is what happens when I have too much time on my hands. And my husband was very worried and yelling at me. He goes, "Oh, you and Chong are chasing coyotes," and I said, "No, I'm chasing their whereabouts." And so after we had this discussion about how I tried to find the worst wildlife, he says I don't track all these nice things. I'm tracking eagles and coyotes. He says I'm going to get myself killed. So, anyways, I find that I can't go out past 10 because almost ran into a coyote. And I'll tell you folks, this coyote was scary as hell. It ran past, and thank God I was standing. I was just standing there, and then Chong got real still and stepped in front of me. And I go across the street, and my heart stopped. It was huge. It was twice the size of Chong. It looked to be around at least good 200-300 pounds. And it was like a little bear. And it was going down there, and I got real quiet, and thank God I wasn't screaming or doing nothing crazy. Because we would have died. I think we would have. Or Chong would have died. I don't know. And I heard a bunch of them howling. But I know what section they are in. I have been tracking them during the day, and I've been seeing chew holes in the fencing. And there's been blogs where I live about these, and I told my husband to tell his friends from this damn blog to watch my live streams, especially the older ones where I'm in Chong Park. Because if there's chew holes, I'm looking for eagles and coyotes all the time. This is what I'm doing. This is why the virtual dog walk idea. I started out as a virtual dog walker and I was talking so much as I was doing it because when you get your hair cut, you always talk to the beautician. You feel like, well, damn, she's doing my hair and all that. So you talk to your beautician. I just start talking and then all of a sudden, I don't know, people just started watching. But this is why we can't live stream after 9 because this thing scared the hell out of me. I was scared and I was trying not to make a lot of noise. And Chong, for once, wasn't trying to go in a bunch of bushes. He was walking like a perfect angel, and we were walking slow. So he knew we were in trouble because this thing looked like it could have took my arm off clean. But I know exactly where they're at, and I wish I could set traps. I don't know what to do. But my husband says I need to let it go. Oh, you can ask a question, but anyways, V is now in a full moon eclipse, which just means that he has a lot of stuff he has to answer for. This is what usually a full moon. There's stuff out there, and he has to find the answers to it, and he's not going to leave that path until he does. And then he got a full moon. He pretty much, whatever he believes, he has to, I guess, start believing that maybe the other people opinions matter, and sometimes he could be wrong. I'm sensing he has problems with him thinking he knows everything, and he had a full moon in Aquarius because he's hiding. He's not who he really is inside. He's not showing. So That's all I'm getting on V. So I don't know if that's helpful, but that's all they're showing me. I don't know. I'm just sensing an ego. They're trying to break his V's ego. So I don't know whatever's going on. I can tell you that they're not happy with how he is treating people and how little he's doing in the world for mankind, period. And he's being very selfish, and they're going to break him. I will tell you that. I feel that the Reaper, the lighter god and the darker god, are angry at him. I will tell you that. He's done something to offend both sides. He's hurting it. I mean, he hasn't done anything like murder wise, but he's done stuff to hurt people. That I don't know. They're not showing me that. He's just not a good person. And he's done something bad. He didn't like kill no one or nothing, but he didn't like physically hurt nobody, but there was a lot. It was something mental, and he's not. And they're breaking him, which is probably good. I mean, once you're broken down and miserable and you feel just as bad as the other person that you hurt, sometimes it helps you come back to the light. And then you can think for yourself and be a free thinker. If they don't break him, he's not going to be a free thinker. This is why we go through these things. You let in too much negativity and then you upset enough people, that's what happens. His karma is to feel the suffering of all the suffering he put upon other people, which was all mental. So they are going to strip him of luxuries first. They're going to make sure that people don't like him. And then after that, the only person that may talk to him is maybe family. And then if he still doesn't try to be a decent person, they're just going to continually keep taking things from him until he breaks down and stops. This is what they do. And if your ego is so bad that this keeps happening, they'll take away everything you love. This is why you don't mess with God, and you don't mess with life or death. Life breathed energy in you to do a certain thing. You disrespect life. Death is the only Death and life are the same. Death is the end cycle of life. So it's one and the same. So if you disrespect life, death can step in and torture you. And when death tortures you, which is what V's gonna go through, that's how they break people's egos. The energy of death comes upon you and will literally break you to the point that you literally want to die sometimes. And it will take away anything that you have dear until you literally make a clean slate and do what you need to do. You can lie to everybody else, but you can't lie to God or death. If you want to say death is the Reaper, it's fine. If you want to say death is a beautiful woman, that's fine. But you cannot lie to either one of them. One breathes in life and the same being, which is usually all through history. One God is split in two. Usually it's twins. That's why Gemini is such a powerful sign, and that's why twins have a different power. They're the same, but they have differences. That's the same analogy as a god, and to think that God has nothing to do with death is very, I guess, basic of us. Because if he breathed life into you, he can breathe death into you very easy. And he would appear in a darker way because you don't, people are afraid of death. If you're not afraid of life, don't be afraid of death. Just don't lie to yourself and don't disrespect life. And you'll be alright. I don't disrespect life or death. I will, even if it's my worst enemy at their funeral, I will literally say a eulogy. It's not up to us to judge. It's the one guy that's a dual. He breathes in and takes out. When he wants you dead, you're dead. If he wants you to live, you're gonna live. And that's it. That's how I feel, and that's how I see him. I see one being just split in two because one part of him is represents life, and the other represents death. That's where you get one God. That's how I see the energy. That's why I don't offend anybody. And that. Is there a list? There's always a list. Who do you think you're talking to? I got a list for everything. I got a list for ways I would like and I still, if I gotta die, I got a list of ways that I would be happily to die. I'm not afraid to die, I just prefer to die certain ways. I have a list for everything. I literally, before I go places, I make a list. Before he came over here, I make lists. There's lists and reasons why I do things. Oh, you know what? There's a lot of stuff going down. I can't. Sometimes these messages are being restricted, and like I said before, I'm not professional. I wish I was, but I'm not. I'm just over here having fun. But go ahead and put your question in. I am literally like the ghetto of YouTube here. I'm not. They got studios. I'm in my bedroom because my neighbors can be assholes, and I'm here to socialize. I do have dreams of a dog shelter, but I'm still here to socialize. If I don't get a dog shelter, and I only remain at 300 whatever subscriptions. That's what I can accept that, and I'm okay with it. I'm literally okay with it. I'm here to have fun, and I have fun when I like talking to you guys. You guys are fun to talk to. You're not yelling, eat my cocoa ass, and playing Dead by Daylight and screaming and yelling like I gotta deal with his streaming. And people find this entertaining listening to him scream. No offense to his subscribers or whatever you get on Twitch, but they need to get earplugs. He gonna hurt their hearing. Is all I got to say. But let me see this question here. I'm a male December cat. Oh, you're somebody that studies all this stuff. Oh, you're a good one. My question is, will I become successful in my career? All right, let me do this career one because those are easy because they don't deal with free will. But oh, you're welcome. And then I'll get to yours about. I see the thumbnail with the little blue in there. Let me go do about her this careers one because this is the easy one. Careers are very easy for me because it's one set, usually a two set path or whatever. All right. Okay. All right. Let me find out about her career question because that is so easy. The energy that. All right. You're in a waxing moon, and that's good if it's career based because your energy is just going to keep. When your energy is moving around, it means you're going to go forward or sustain or gain something else, which is good. You want energy moving, especially when it involves money. And then you got a full moon in Leo, which means it might be within whatever network you're at, but you might have wanted another position instead of that one. I don't know, maybe someone should be their assistant. I'm just joking. But no. I'm just picking that up. And you did get a void course moon. I think there's somebody else. I feel that you may have to look for another job in the future, but I think you're okay for a while. But I sense there's someone around you that they're favoring. I'm just sensing that. And it might just have knocked you out of little things, but you're not going to be fired or nothing. This happens at my work all the time. So I'm just picking that up. So you might have to just. I mean, it's not bad though. I feel your may go up, but it might take a while. Then you're gonna have to compete with somebody else that someone else is favored that may have want the same job as you. So that does happen, and that's what I'm picking up. But you will be successful, but it's just going to take a little time. I mean, maybe a year or so. I mean, I'm 10 years of my job and I finally got a decent position. So hopefully it takes, I don't feel it'll take 10 years, but I think you'll be okay and you won't have to change over, but you'll have to wait a little for something. All right, I got then. And now, Jessica, what can I expect from Callan in the near future? We went in again. Oh, okay. You want to know if this guy you're dating is going to end up in a relationship, Jessica? Is that what I'm picking up here? I'm picking. That's what it sounds like to me. So I'm going to go with that. All right. We'll see what pathway Callan is with you. I got romantically. All right. This Callan, his pathway is on a first quarter moon, which means he's testing commitment. He has self doubt. For some reason, he doesn't. I don't know. Deep down inside, he thinks that something that maybe something's gonna fall apart, and you may not be around. It's deep seated in his brain. That's the path he's on. But they want him to go learn lessons. He's in a wax crescent moon also being tested. And this is just means they want him to start believing in himself, I guess. And stop being so negative about everything. And he got a full moon in Sagittarius where he just looks. Sagittarius is like looking at the bigger picture, pretty much. He sees one thing but doesn't see the end result. So that's all I'm really picking up on this guy. But this is a common thing. I think we all go through this, honestly. And sometimes people end up, I guess, like, I mean, I've been on that path before. Maybe he'll come around. I mean, give him a little time. I mean, and it takes us all time to realize. I mean, we're not machines. We got feelings. Sometimes you got to get through your feelings and learn how to love again, I guess. Because really, every time you have a new relation, it's a new circle of love. It's a new energy. So, but I don't feel he's a bad person. I just feel that he just going through some things subconsciously, and we all go. I mean, I do things. I subconsciously go through things. I don't tell my husband everything. I don't think you should. But I hope that was of help. Well, that's all I got from them. So, all right. Now, was another question here. Will I win? Oh, you're going to casino? Well, I could see your luck. I can do your path to see if you're in the shithole with the spirits, because they're the ones that give a lot of people bad karma. All right. You're in a new moon in Gemini, which is good. It's a communication card, honestly, and that's a good card for money. Not so much relationships, but money. That's a Gemini is a really good card for, because Geminis generally have a lot of money, or they're money oriented and stuff like that. But anyways, you got a new moon eclipse. That's really good. That just means a powerful shift. And a new moon source is a good sign. And you got a super moon, which makes sense because emotions would run high when you're in that kind of environment. I feel you're going to win, but you might even out. Or it's not going to be the biggest win, but I don't feel you're going to lose anything. Also, and maybe come home a little extra. So, just maybe just pace yourself out because you're not in the shithole with karma. Karma's not a good thing to be in the shithole with, trust me. But I feel you'll be all right, but just don't overdo it. Don't be going out there selling your house and giving up, like on the movies, giving up your car note and having your wife call you and threaten a divorce because you're at the casino spending all the money. I've seen one too many movies, probably. So I hope that's helpful. Read the path for my Alright, hang on. For your best friend. So we're calling her the letter U. Tanya. All right. I will see her path. I'll see what path she's in. That sounds serious there. I thought my work had stuff going on. Alright, your friend is in South Node. And that's just one that you're harboring self doubt. She's in the path of self doubt. And what surrounds her is the new moon eclipse for a powerful change. And she's in also they're testing she got the other test she's in is a new moon in Gemini, which is all about communication. So I feel there's like she's just kind of in her head because of the past and she's not communicating well, honestly, with people. And she can't get that change until she does lets things go in her past or the self doubt. I mean, honestly, it just sounds like a counseling type of thing. I feel a counselor would help, or if you just gave her a helping hand, or just try to make her feel better, or just go out with lunch with her or something. I don't know. That's what I'm picking up on that. But I think I got all my little questions. Do I? Oh, no, well, there's a bunch of them. I don't know. Oh, jeez. Oh, 10 thumbs up. Jeez. That's the most thumbs up I've ever had, ever. It's a new record today. What is. Oh, the Scorpio again. This Scorpio shows up a lot, doesn't it? What is Scorpio energy towards me? Who we both know at work. I'm. Who. Alright, is this your boyfriend or. I mean, what's your energy towards this person? Oh, hello. Okay, this is the boyfriend. Is this the boyfriend at work or something? I'm trying to think of it. I've heard so many things today. I know I did your reading before, but I just can't think about it. Of the. I can't think of the the details. God, that was killing me. Yeah. Is she somewhere jealous of me? Oh, is this the one they did the reading about your friend we had a crush on? Like the new relationship? Oh, there's someone else interested in him and you're interested in him. Is that what I'm picking up? Okay. It takes me a minute to get things. It really does. But, okay. If someone's treating you terribly, Tanya, you need to stop talking to them. I have stopped talking to people for less. So, honestly, you don't need anybody but yourself in this world. And it's nice if you still speak to your family, but you don't need anybody in this world but yourself. And if they're treating you that bad, get out. Tell them to go get effed and get out. I would ask her because I don't know these kind of. I can't know these kind of things. That would be very intrusive. Well, I mean, if she's not going your way, just take a break from your relationship and tell her that, we're just not going to be together. We're going to take a break and see what's going on. But I'm going to do her reading here because she got to find out person she's interested in is someone else is leaping in her territory. But I don't give people any energy or time of my day. To let me bother. I would separate yourself from that person if they're treating you that way and get out. You're better off just not being around them. I mean, that's my best opinion about these things. When people start doing that crazy shit towards me, I get out. I'd be getting some Gatorade or whatever coming out the door saying, I'm out, bitches, bye bye, because that's bad. It's a bad situation to be in, my friend. You got to respect yourself. Not you got to respect yourself enough not to be a doormat. And I learned that I was a doormat once or twice in my life, and I won't be a doormat again. People that do that kind of things like just hurt people to just make themselves feel better. Because if somebody's hurting more than them, they're hurting less because they're distracting themselves. If you're hurting and you need a distraction, literally get a hobby or exercise or just find something to distract yourself with that's positive. That's my best advice. That's what I do. I do, I like to live stream, but you could do a lot of things to distract yourself. You really can. Some people volunteer places, some people work extra, some people work two jobs. Some people go to school. But all right, with your friend and this girl that likes him, their energy is on a new moon in Scorpio. And I don't feel that she likes him, but I feel she's messed up in her head. I'm picking up just a lot of stuff she's going through and he feels sorry for her. But the thing is she's drawing him in and not realizing she's drawing him in. She's almost coming across as a damsel in distress and it's targeting him in like a hummingbird. That's what I'm picking up. That's the energy around that situation. And then the two things going around that situation is a new moon in Cancer, where she's just upset. It's something about her family and situations. He just feels bad for her. She's going through a lot of stuff. And then they got the waxing moon going, which isn't good in these kind of situations where you have like a lot of drama going on. But her energies just keeps getting more and more, and he keeps wanting to help because she's in her head about things. That's all I'm picking up. They haven't done nothing, but he's actually trying to be helpful. Some people you can't be too helpful with because even though they don't really mean to do it, they're kind of making things wrong, bad, and they're giving off mixed signals, and it just disrupts things around them. It'll make spouses mad and this and that, and then eventually there's enough conflict where somebody breaks up with somebody, and then somebody's naked in the bed with somebody eventually. And sometimes it's the wrong person, and you're in the bad part of a movie after that. So that's what I'm getting on that. I think she's real dramatic and she may be trying to break you guys up. I feel it's not all intentional, but I feel that she finds him attractive. I'm picking up on that. So, I mean, I hope that's of help, but that's all I'm literally picking up about it. Maybe just ask him. I mean, I don't know how you would even go about trying to figure it out, asking him about that because I don't know. I guess it's up to you. But I don't feel it's not physical. She would like it to be, but it's not. And it would be if you guys broke up. He's not sure if he wants to be with her. But she is attracted to him. Okay. All right, now getting back to this. Okay, so she lied. I tried. She's straight. Yeah, I can do I can find out what path she's on with your energy. But she kind of doesn't sound like a good person. No, he's not. He doesn't want to, but I guess if you guys argue too much about it, he will be drawn to her like a magnet. But right now, he does not want to have sex with her. But if you guys were arguing a lot, he would have sex with her because he's drawn to her like a magnet because he keeps helping her. She's the damsel in distress. So I wouldn't go breaking up with them and arguing with them and just let it play out and see what happens, but keep a watchful eye. Because the minute you change your position, it's like a game of chess. She's going to checkmate you if you guys stop sleeping together. That's what's going to happen because eventually she's going to be able to manipulate him more. And he's going to help her out more and more. And then before you know it, he's not going to come back to you. So I would just keep a watchful eye out. All right. And now I'm going to check on the intentions from with Tanya. All of his, about her intentions. But all right. In your relation, in the energy of your relationship, the energy that goes around that is a blue moon. And I mean, it's not a bad moon, it's not a good moon. It can have conflict, but it's not horrible in a sense. It's not a void moon, so. And it just means that the moon wants change. And there's negative energy I'm picking up. A lot of negative energy that she keeps cycling around and around. And there's a new moon in Capricorn around her path, and circle in this. It's like 3 points of a circle. It's a new moon in Capricorn. I mean, I'm picking up that you guys are that you're trying to be a nice person, and she's just being horrible, and she's starting to see you're not going nowhere. And then she's also in a full moon in Leo, which means she got an ego. She doesn't want to admit she's wrong. So I feel your argument is because she doesn't want to admit she's wrong. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not in the relationship, but if she doesn't want to admit she's wrong, and until you admit that she's right and you just swallow the bullet, I think she's going to play with your head. So that's what I'm getting from that. And people are like this. All through life, people are like this, trust me. Alright. Alright, hang on. I'm going back to shower party. What? This is a crazy question. Sometimes you have to be distant. Well, I'm saying that the family magic that she's coming across as a damsel in distress because she's going through issues. It's called playing games. If you want to catch if you want to catch an animal or go hunting, you're going to draw them in with something, and you're going to distract them. You're going to try to irritate the area around it, so it comes out so you can do your kill. And a lot of times, that's how we actually kind of move along. And the thing it's still your issue, family magic. The women will do this, and then they'll just irritate the situation to possibly you just give up. And then they swoop in and they go, "Oh, you broke up. That's so terrible." But this is what happens. So if you want to keep him and you like him a lot and you don't feel like having a fresh start, you step back, be cautious, and kind of assess the situation, but say how you feel, but don't break up with him. Don't give her the opportunity to be with him. Because if you do, she is going to be with him. And honestly, if communicate to him, tell him that you don't think you feel a certain way. Even tell him that. And if he doesn't respect the fact that you feel a certain way and he doesn't want to introduce, like, talk to her, if you guys can't all be friends and talk to each other personally, then I mean, if you feel uncomfortable, you gotta let him know, and he should respect that. I mean, it depends. I mean, I know that my husband still talks to his friends that are girls. I think he talks to more girls than anything, but at the end of the day, I know he's not gonna do nothing. And just tell him I'm here. And as long as he's coming home to you, that's all that matters. I've realized this through life. So I don't let things bother me, I guess. But maybe sit down, talk to him, and say maybe we should all sit down and go out to dinner or whatever and discuss this. If you're gonna be friends with her and talking to her on a daily, I should be able to see her, and she maybe should be friends with both of us. You got to treat it like a marriage, kind of, when you're together. Because if you don't make a good couple and you can't get through relationship issues, when early in the relationship before the marriage is going to be terrible. So you got to think about these things too. You see bad signs, that means bad marriage. You can't compromise, that means they're taking you for all you're worth. I mean, it just is. It's easy. It's easier for a woman than a man. All a woman has to do literally is just make you fall in love with her, not sign a prenup. And let's say you didn't have money before the marriage, but let's say you gained a lot of monetary stuff and a lot of money. If she's with you more than 10 years, she gets half. So at that point, if she decides she wants to get another guy, all she gotta do is hide him out or hide her out, whatever. And then before you know it, she can drain bank accounts, take half, and plus she gets to stay. It used to be the woman years ago, the woman, oh, even if you own the house or whatever, the woman, you had to leave your own house and they stayed with the kid. And then when the kid turned 18, that's when you got your house back or you sold it. So you got to be careful with these things. You got to protect your finances. Love is a lot of financial too with the relationships. You can't be going with somebody that is going to financially ruin you or not work with you for a goal. You got to be with positive people that are motivated goal people. If they don't have personal goals, it's not a good thing. And I'm just telling you this because I'm just trying to help you guys out. And from what my husband said, is the younger, like a couple of his friends, their wives literally tell them what to do, how long to stay out, and everything. And we're talking about grown men that are like 30. And these women are coming at him like their mother. Honestly, when he's out, I don't care if he's with his friends or girls, whatever. I just go to sleep. I know he's not doing nothing but talking about me. I mean, sometimes when people really care about you, but every once in a while they stay out a little late, just who gives a fuck? Just deal with it. Just let it be. It may turn out better for your advantage. You never know. And I've found that out just letting things play out and keeping a watchful eye. There was no reason to be mad or jealous. And when you do get reason to be mad or jealous, that truth will present itself right in front of you and be on the table. That I have found out in life is true also. So, I mean, if that's helpful to anybody, but I have found this out is truth. So, and you got to remember this. You have your life before I believe we get recycled our energy. Some people don't believe in souls, some people do, but I believe we got a certain essence that gets returned to the universe and then comes back. And then some people, like my one friend at work, she feels that once we're dead, we're dead, but that's perfectly fine. You got to be biased in this world and respect everybody and their opinions, even if they're bad or good. So I do believe a soul is literally, and I know what ways. I When I was at the hospital, got ego. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Some people are. This ego is a bad thing. It was really. I mean, I used to have an ego. A little. I didn't have a huge ego when I was younger, but I don't find it very good, especially having two boys. They don't, my kids are not egotistical because you cannot spoil your children. You cannot let them think they're special. You can't like that. You cannot. I feel that people that were like, it's like, God, that one TV show with Simon and all them, America's Got Talent, all them. But they used to, like, on all these shows, the people break down crying and they'll be singing because no one told them they're a bad singer. I believe in telling your kids the truth all the time. You tell them the truth so they don't get this ego thinking they're better than anybody else. And I've told my kids straight up when they were being an asshole. I have. I don't care. My kids was the one day they were just, oh, they were just cussing and everything. The one day I got so pissed off. So pissed off. I just didn't give a damn. And I called them all assholes. I called both of my sons assholes, and I will call them assholes. And I tell them, you're not going to sit there and act like a egotistical asshole. And I don't think enough parents will check their kids enough. But I have, and my kids now are not egotistical. And this comes from the syndrome of people don't think that their shit doesn't stink. And I will tell my kids when they're bad at something or good at something and when they're being lazy or a dumbass. And I believe we all should do these things in the world. And this is, these people, when they go get relationships, they have to learn what their parents should have taught them a long time ago. And this is what happens, it's karma. But they find it out in a relationship instead of just their mom yelling them out. But I feel that's what's going on. Why there's a more surplus of just people breaking up, more divorces and stuff. Because statistically, we got a lot of divorces and a lot of breakups and just a lot of stuff going on. And it is true. So, I mean, that's why I always tell everybody not to have an ego. And sometimes people have an ego for so many years. And I mean, I want to say me and my husband, we've been together like forever. So he had a little bit of an ego when he was younger, but it wasn't a horrible ego where it was like a bad thing. I just let it go, and then over the years, it just kind of he learned his lessons. I stuck around, and we're fine. I mean, you're supposed to have a little bit of an ego, but if you let it go to adulthood, this is what happens. It really is. But I feel, kids aren't really being disciplined that much. That's why I feel we have a lot of increased violence. Parents aren't really near, they're always working, or they're worried about other things. And sometimes, I don't know, I didn't think people could have an ego and have economic issues, but my husband was saying you can have an ego and be stuck up and have nothing. So I guess it could happen literally to anybody, but I just probably just years of not wanting to piss off karma. I just don't do these kind of practices, I guess. But I mean, if they have ego, they have an ego. I mean, if you care about the person, you'll be with them. My mom used to always tell me, if you let a person go and they come back to you, they're meant to be. If you let a person go and they do not come back to you, they're not meant to be. And I was mad because I was upset because I broke up with one of my with my first love. We broke up and stuff, and we had a kid together and everything. And that's what my mom told me, and he went away and never came back. And he'd sometimes want to come back for a little bit, and then he would go away. And I had to let him go when he was my first love, and we had my first child was with him. So it happens. It was hard, but sometimes life gets like that. And like I said at the time, it was horrible, and I needed a support system. But looking back at it now, I'm kind of glad it happened the way it did, because his wife isn't that happy. He's cheated on his wife a lot. He's actually got to the point where he wanted to get back together with me, and I had somebody. So I know it's hard out there, but sometimes a heartbreak is, if you have a bad breakup and you're forced to move in a different direction, usually it's to save you less heartache later. That's how I perceive things, and I was at a vulnerable period in my life about, oh geez, about 20 years ago. I was in a very vulnerable part of my life, and I know how it feels. And that's the best advice I can give you getting through that. You got to get a thick skin, and you got to think for yourself, and that's it. And that's what I've done, and it took me a long time to get this way, but I mean, I grew from experience, and I do feel it's helpful. So, and that's why I don't mind helping people out, because sometimes people like to hear, I guess, just like to not hear that somebody cares or hears their voice about a situation. And I try to be that, because that's what I needed more than anything else, even though I was being, hurting inside. It was nice to have somebody around that kind of actually cared about my existence. So that's the other reason I'm over here too. Because I do care about your guys' existence. So, and I honestly do want you guys to have a nice life. Because, I mean, I'm happy with what God gave me. Oh, hey, Lindsay, what's up? What are you doing, Lindsay? I've been trying to start my streams a little earlier. Oh, I'm good. Oh, you know that Jermaine visited me, came over to Magnolia 3 times. Oh, Thursday and Friday. I'll be there Thursday. Friday is Patrice's last day. The social worker. They're having a party for her or something. Oh, I like it. I've worked with Carol for 5 years. Before all this company stuff and that new owner took over, me and Carol was together for, I've been there 10 years. So we worked together 5 years straight before those things even showed up. But yeah, Jermaine was up there 3 times asking me to talk to him on Juniper all the time. And I guess Carol, because I was doing work, and she got mad at him, and she told him that he should be doing his work, and she literally told him to go away. And then Melissa, what came over because she, because of her the breast milk thing, and she didn't really say anything, but it's just I don't understand why they're stalking me. I'm trying to live a peaceful existence and start a animal shelter. Be in on Friday. Oh, I will. I'm gonna be at Patrice's party there. Carol got her. Well, Magnolia Carol, my nurse Carol friend, my best friend over there. She got Carol got her a computer. She's ordering food and a bunch of stuff. I think she's gonna try to pull me over there too. I was pulled from the gardens up to Magnolia. Yeah, I don't understand what is going on with Juniper that I'm being stalked. They even sent Kiki to Magnolia to deliver me a message to go to Juniper and talk to Jermaine. I looked at Kiki and I don't understand. I was like, I'm working. Why would I stop doing what I'm doing to go talk to him? Oh, did you? Maybe you'll be up there Friday. I'm sure the party's going to be there. If Carol's locking up a computer and everything for Patrice, I'm sure it's on a Magnolia. I know how the sheriff is. I call her the sheriff. She told me I'm never leaving her. And she has claimed me. And it's okay because I tell everybody, even the nurses, that she's one of the most powerful people in that damn building. The closest to Connie you want to get is Carol. She's got Connie's personal phone number. It's crazy. Connie will call her at her house personally. I've never seen a dynamic like this before. This is why I tell everybody to not mess with Carol because she is very stealthy. If she don't like someone, she just don't like somebody. But these guys don't believe me. I guess she had to hurt Jermaine's feelings today. And she will hurt someone's feelings if you bother her too much. But this is how anybody could be. But I'm going to be enjoying my Wednesday. I don't know if I want to be able to live stream Wednesday, but Rob's off. Unless he leaves. Because he has too much stuff that can get me shut down going on. I wish I could. I wish you guys lived closer. That would be awesome if you guys lived closer. I wish you lived by me and Tim. I've been bothering Tim because I told him I can't be live streaming in my bedroom forever. And that he needs to pick up me and my friend, our friend Liz, so we can go outside and live stream down the park with Chong. And we all know Tim is ridiculous, so he's hilarious. He's the best content ever. And he enjoys it. He really does. See, I'm gonna need to be smoking more. Oh, hookah bars. I like hookah bars. Hookah bars are pretty damn cool. My younger son always, my older son had all these hookahs. Yeah, I think he still has hookahs. He spent $300 on a hookah. He went to a hookah bar and he likes the hookahs so much he just went and bought these expensive ass hookahs. I don't know. I quit cigarettes because the menthols kind of messed with me bad over the years, and people really in the medical community have scarred me with tobacco. I had a respiratory therapist that showed me a list of chemicals that went on for like 10 pages and told me when I smoke a menthol cigarette, this is what's going to happen. And he got me scared shitless at Aristocrat. So after that, I just literally, that was done. I just, I was smoking like 2 packs a day. And then I went to 1 pack a day. And then I was done. But I'm down to where I can smoke maybe if I wanted to on a special occasion, maybe one or so. But that took me like 2 years. So it was a lot. But stopped when I left when I was on my other job when they moved the kids to PA. And I just didn't want to stay and go back to vets. Have I been to no. I don't know what that is. I know Katrina's been to there's a bar where they break shit. I don't know where it's at. It's somewhere in Cleveland. You just pay somebody and they give you everything and you just hit things and break the shit out of them. And I think they use things in the garbage. She paid $40 to break a TV at some bar. And it was the craziest story I ever heard. But she did it and she drove all the way out there to break this TV in this room, and it was somewhere out there, I don't know. But and then she posted it on Facebook too. And then after she posted on Facebook, someone asked her where it was at, and then somebody else was going to this bar where you could break TVs and all this stuff. You could just pick whatever you want, and it's generally stuff that doesn't work. I don't know. Maybe they keep the copper. I don't know. Something. I don't know. I would think they got a profit somehow, but getting $40 just to break something that they had to throw away would be a profit there. I don't know. Ugh. I'm glad you came on. Maybe you can get out more people to come on. I think you're the first person that actually from work that's been on my stream. It's been a good luck day. I think Jesus came through my stream today, Lindsay. I haven't had to knit once on the stream. Yeah, I don't work Wednesday and Thursday. I feel state's coming soon. That's why I don't work them days. And then in August, I'll have off every day when state's there. I feel they're going to be there at least two more times. I feel the energy from that place. And that place is in a really bad path. I actually might do my own reading on our work to see what path is going for our work. I'm almost scared to find out. But let's do a pathway reading on the porthole to hell. This is what I'm calling it. Because I feel it's like a bad porthole that sucks you in and tries to eat your soul. I do feel this. And people say I'm over dramatic, but I get a really bad, nauseated feelings in certain spots in that building. I just feel everybody's anger and stuff and bad intentions, and they are really ugly. I'm just glad somehow I got protected because Parkside got a lot of demons up in there. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it could be just people that are. I, maybe it's just the atmosphere. I could not tell you. But let's see the work pathway. We got a blue moon for our work. That's not bad. It doesn't mean we're going to be shut down. It's just they're going to have to fix the employees. And then we did get a full moon in Leo. We got a lot of that represents a lot of egotistical people at our work. So I guess that makes a lot of sense there. And then we got a disseminating moon for our work path. And this literally just deals with a lot of if you're dealing with a lot of stress. I feel that the cards are actually saying about our work path, Miss Lindsay, is everybody's egotistical and stressing people out. That's laugh out loud funny. That really is. That is hilarious to be that dead on with the cards. Even the tarot cards know that some people are having egos. I don't know, maybe someone's going to get fired. Who knows? Or put in their place. I don't know. I could not tell you. Oh, look at my app. Got another little message to send out. So, are you going to be part of the Chong squad, Lindsay? Are you still there, Miss Lindsay? You know, you could. Well, you could. You want to be the Chong squad? Maybe one day you could come to Tim's place, his condo, when his dad finally gets everything done. It would be fun. I get bored sitting over here by myself all the time. It would be. And Tim lives close there. We could walk to Tim's house. It's just Tim's always busy. He just got back from Disney World. And I literally I gave him I told him he was an asshole because he went to Disney World and I was in the bowels of hell. I told him this. I was seeing sometimes we talk horrible to each other, but we love each other at the same time. That's why I say we're brother and sister. He did find me a really good deal on my vape. I got two of these with 9,000 puffs for $34. And it was a suburban store, of all things. More bougie than where we live. Tim has a very uncanny way of, and because he is bougie. I will tell you that about Tim. I've known Tim for a long time. I've known Tim for 10 years. And he's very nice, but he's very bougie at the same time. And I tell him this all the time. Oh, yeah, this one was in Strongsville. You would have to. I know he's going to be there tomorrow. Ask him the store because it's not that far away from our work at all. But I got a banana coconut and I think the other one was dragon fruit lemonade. I got those. That I thought usually last me because I know Rob's gonna want to pay rent. He always does early. So I figure I get all my little stuff out of the way before he starts paying everything off. He's so paranoid. He wants everything on the first, all the time. So me and Tim, I just go and I get all the little stuff I need to get. But Tim finds good deals. He even got found deal on pop. So if you guys ever need to know where cheap places are, ask Tim. Because he's very good at this stuff. This is why I say he's bougie. He will tell you what kind of cruise you could take and save money. Because he's been on that cruise. Or I don't know if his parents went to a cruise. I know we want to go on a cruise, me and Tim. I just don't know what kind of cruise. I was thinking of a Disney cruise, but maybe I should do one adult thing in my life. I'm thinking of being more of an adult. But I'm not much of a gambler. So we were thinking about even maybe seeing Mushroom Hut or something. Because I don't know if you've seen the the new album they have. It's pretty good. Vibing to that. I'll come and the home and listening that I love the I think it's Stand in Line. That's one of my favorite ones. That lady's so awesome, but they look so evil, but it's so good. It's so good. It's so pretty. She has the best voice. I'm just my she draws me in, this singer. On the one video she has one red eye and one white eye. And then she has a black eye in one of them and one red eye and they look really good. The way that her makeup is and everything, the makeup artist did a superb job. I've never Avantasia's real good about that kind of stuff too. Gets more people I listen to over here. They're very theatrical and they have a lot of talent. They're opera, but it's like Christian opera. But I don't care. I don't judge. I'll be listening to Gregorian chant sometimes. That's some good music. I was at first when I guess when I started listening to it, it sounds weird. Oh man, that's some good shit there. But it sounds really weird at first because you have these monks chatting. They just chant. But then once you start listening to it a little more, I like the dark side of Gregorian chant. It's the Catholics. And out of all the people, I think this Gregorian chant are the richest people in the world. They have, I believe, it's Catholic chants. And these Gregorian monks, they are literally they probably are from Vatican City. They know a lot of languages and the way they do it and the quality of their stuff. They probably got billions of dollars. Billions. They probably make us all look poor. These guys are amazing though. And I can see it. It's a great marketing ploy. It's not one person it's based on. It's based on organization. Monks. And they got some monks that have red capes. But it is Catholic, so red would be okay. No. But they got black sometimes, but it's a very dark Catholic could be a very dark religion. But they are awesome. The way they do this, they chant like they're singing and they draw you in. And then they have this Amalia. She's fucking great. Looks like a beautiful angel. And her voice is amazing. And she's like literally like one of the top opera people. They put so much money in these videos because who's richer than the church? Nobody. Honestly, they have so much influence over everybody. They can, like, a church can manipulate a whole society. That's why I sometimes don't believe in going to them. I don't let other people's energies mix with mine. If I do, I go for social event. I might drink. Oh, it's sweet tea. I thought we were talking about alcohol. I do got alcohol over here. If I'm allowed to smoke weed, I think I'm allowed to drink alcohol. And if this is a day that Rob gets home at 8 or 9, I can have some drunk streaming. Now, this could be more interesting because I'm trying to have a goal of at least, I don't know, like 3 hours maybe. I'm at 2 and there at 3. I think I just need to be drunk and high. I wish I can play music. This is to be the best. But see, I don't know if I become a Google person. I'm promoting it. It could be fun to be drunk and high. So I don't see. I don't know if any of this is allowed, but I don't understand half of the streaming business. But I guess I'll find out. I did break like 100 Facebook rules because I didn't know the thing. But I guess I am over 21, so I think I'm allowed to drink on stream. Sometimes I'm not a very good person, and sometimes I am. but it's always for the right cause. Because I'm not going to let nobody step on me. But if I wanted to, I could make your life miserable all at the same time, but not in horrible ways. So I don't know what that makes me. So I don't know if I could be a Google motivational anything. I mean, it would just be awful. I feel there would be a lot of Catholics that would probably have stakes ready to burn me alive because Catholics are not a fan of me. Because being Catholic, I like some of their views, but I think it was because of them I got awakened. They've had a lot of, they do a lot of stuff, Catholics. And I used to study them because I was in Catholic school for so long. And I constantly had the same friends. They were just segregated in this, looks like a fucking Harry Potter school. It even had that round thing. It was crazy. But they have frankincense, they got myrrh. It's everything that's wicked. It's crazy. And I think they lie to people at times. This is why I think a Catholic would burn me. So I don't know. Google might not be safe for me. Unless they had me on a network of that because sometimes they're not a fan. But then I do have a lot of Catholic people that like me at the same time because I think maybe Catholics are reforming because they used to not speak to me at all. Now they will. Oh, I look at, I've led a crazy ass life, Lindsay. I mean, I watched my mother die when I was 19 years old, and my dad was on crack at the time. And I had my son. Thank God I was able to live with my grandmother's, or I'd have been fucked. So I delivered your grandmother with a baby that's 3 months old. Being 19 sucked. That means I heard every Sunday about how I was a heathen. Every Sunday I was a heathen. Was so tired of hearing it. But we stayed there to the Brandon was like 8. Yeah, 8, almost 9. But yeah, it sucked. My life is like a whirlwind. I never know where I'm going to be tomorrow. Sometimes I come so damn close to death, it's ridiculous. And low key, I just don't go to the hospital. I'm my own doctor. A lot of times I think my own body heals itself because it knows I'm not gonna. Because I hate them doctors, Lindsay. Hate them. They're horrible. All of them. And they literally, they'll fix the problem, but they'll forget to give you antibiotics. And then they cause more problems to you. It's been a rough life these days. I'm just hoping for some healing energy over here. It seems to be coming with the vitamin, the B and C vitamin. Because I can't deal with any more of that stuff. It was horrible. I had to take it for 3 weeks straight. I think it made my brain better. It was a lot. But honestly, my ears did get better. Yeah, I always feel chaos around you. And honestly, I never have chaos because I personally just, I generally don't like, I talk to people, but I generally don't talk to just anybody. And I guess because I have such a secretive life, people don't really even think anything about it. It's weird. I'm like that person that they just get quiet because they don't know exactly what to say. They won't say anything to my face. They just look at. I just be weird. I just be. I don't know. I think I offended some people. It just got to the point. I think they just realize I don't care and they just leave me alone. I think it's just coming down to that. Because if I'm not ready to leave, I ain't gonna leave, and I'm not gonna leave because people like to, I don't know, be stupid. They bother me. This is why I need more days off. I cannot wait till August. I cannot wait till I have to be there Monday through Thursday. I think on the nursing end it's better on the weekend. There's so much less arguing. You could be anywhere and be happy as long as they don't. It's like because everybody, oh, you need a vacation. I do too, but I just got too much stuff to pay in. I might have to cash out my vacation probably. It'll be a couple months, but it'll be when me and Tim go somewhere. Hello, hello. How are you? But we went to the. I don't. It was before you started working there. Me and Tim went to incarceration together, and it was around COVID. And Miss Connie got mad at me and told me she didn't want me to come back with COVID. And we went to the music festival, and then my son ended up hitching a ride, and his fiance, which is his wife now, we went to that concert. But that was the last vacation I had. But I feel like I don't know. Sometimes life is just all messed up. Because it's like I'd like to go on vacation with people that I like, and if I don't vibe with them and there's a lot of chaos around them, I just can't be around them on vacation. I guess I have a lot of issues with it. This is why I can't literally talk to some people in person because I don't know, sometimes it hurts me because sometimes I could feel that energy. Well, somebody's message got restricted. Is a probably a sexual one. I think it's funny, but oh god. All right. Well, I am going to get something to eat, and thank you, Lindsay. And I will probably. I'm gonna at least try to do an outdoor stream. I'm gonna have you. I'm gonna do my fucked up dog walk. Everybody else has a dog that hey, it's like Lassie. They'd be walking perfect. Yeah, it'd be. I've been trying to have him be like the Lassie dog, and he's not. I mean, he just wants to be what he is, and we have these issues. I am never going to be able to put a formal video out for a virtual dog walk because I can't get him to be good off leash. So my career for virtual dog walking is, I think it's over. Maybe I'll just be the streamer that's just that maybe shouldn't smoke too much weed and drink so much alcohol. Maybe that's what I'll be. Maybe I could be Chong it. That anomaly that went wrong but somehow got popular. I was thinking about that the other day. That would be hilarious. Because my husband always says he's he's Cheech and he's Chong, and then one day a Chongette comes. Maybe I was just meant to be that dynamic, being Chong's mama. Who knows? But this career is getting, it's fun, and then it has unexpected loops, and it's nice because I could talk to my friends. It's kind of like Facebook, but it's not Facebook because I notice half of my friends because are on here and they prefer YouTube. So I guess this works out for everybody because this is the only place I will live stream. Oh, hi, Emily. Oh, thank you. I got this on the eclipse. I have a friend that's a white witch, and she has very good taste in crystals. And I got this as a set, and I just literally gave all my sorrow and my pain. And when that eclipse happened, a lot of it went into my necklaces. And I saved it and I gave it to my best friend at work, Carol, because we've been through so much. Like, I started my work cycle with my friend Carol, and I think we're dying together. This is what's happening. I mean, we're always, even if you pull us apart, we always come together. I got her phone number and everything, so what are you gonna do? But I gave her the other half because you had to give it. You get, like, after you do something like that, the other, it was like this but a different shape. It's someone that you're gonna die with, or die in the same cycle. You know what I mean? And I knew it was a soul friend. It wasn't like a romantic thing, but it's like a loyalty thing. Like, it's a family soul. And so I just gave that to her, and she really liked it. And then I had another one from her, but I'll be doing stuff when that moon really was amazing because I think it's a more, they call it the witch's moon. A witch's moon doesn't come around all the time. That it's they're saying another 120 years. So there's not gonna be a moon or whatever, and maybe sooner. I don't know, but there won't be a moon that epic for a while. I'm just glad I seen it before I died. I think it changed my life. Ever since that moon came in my life, it's, I don't know. I gave everything to it, and I became 100 times more insightful. It's really weird. I feel like, I don't know. It was like at first it like regressed, and it brought me back to like a child state where I had no worries and everything just left. It was so weird. I just had so much, but I feel like I gained some, and I don't know. Sometimes that's weird going around about that. But I like it. It used to be real blue, and now it's getting like a lot lighter. So I do know that about the moonstone, and it's a opal. The opal is changing color, so I don't know. Maybe something good's happening. I'm not an expert at these things. I literally just live in the moment. And the moment tells me to just stick to live streaming and be myself, but I'm trying to be, because you got to figure like what you're doing wrong and what you're supposed to do and what's right and what's wrong. So I'm in that in between period, and I don't ever know if I'm going to be able to do millions of people at one time. That's just not scary. But we'll see. I might have to get out like really nice outfits. I don't even know at that point because that's just a lot of people. I don't know. I could always just stick with my medical stuff, but I don't. That's a lot. I mean, who would I talk to? I mean, that's a whole lot. I just always thought I like that one movie, 24 Hours, and they do vlogs, and then every day, like it's this fucked up footage through this movie because they go in the room and it's like a war zone, and then they like do this vlog. No matter what's going on in your house or wherever you're at, it kind of adds and. It was a TV show. And it would go like every minute, and then that was like really popular. But it's kind of the same concept. So that's kind of like the angle I've been going at. So if it's like a really bad day and I got chaos, you just use it. And that's what they did in that TV series. But I don't know what I would do talking to that many people. I'm like Master Yoda. I like to be in the tree by myself with my dog. That's the thing. I'm very, I like to be secluded. I don't think you could be a hermit at that level. And then we're talking about more than 10 people. I could be okay here, but I don't know how to get to the hospital. Then there's medical insurance. I don't want to be without medical insurance. And I guess at that point, maybe I could pay for it monthly. I don't know. Oh, you're like that too? Well, yeah, you never know what I got. You know, you get a car accident, or you get a really weird rash, or some insects. Usually, I'm allergic to a lot of insects. That's why I'm terrified to go camping. I had a big spider I guess apparently brought in the house because we went to the Metro Park so much. And I crawled on my person. And I like spiders, but usually they leave me alone. This one person was attacking me. But my leg was swelling up. I kind of fixed it up because I like to be my own doctor. I shouldn't, but I do. But it did heal up, but I had to chase it around the house and I killed it with aerosol. Just air freshener. It was like, and I could have stepped on it, but I only had socks on because I took off my leg because it was in the process of trying to bite me when I was folding clothes. It's insane. But these are the random crazy things in my life that make me think that maybe that I just have random crazy shit that happens to me. But the next day I just got angry. I wanted to make sure that he was dead. I got spent $30 in air freshener. I didn't kill it, but it died of poisoning. But apparently, I was allergic to this spider, so that's why I have to be careful with this camping. I would like to go to certain places, but then I gotta worry because spiders like my blood. So do mosquitoes. I'm usually one of the first people they will bite. That's why I like to wear long sleeves and cover my skin because they get excited because then they will bite me. I don't know it's because I consume a lot of sugar or whatever. You're scared of spiders? I generally like spiders. I let them stay in the house, but the spiders that we had, the pet spiders, I didn't care because I we named them and fed them. They would stay on our front porch and stuff. One was he was a real big one, and I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if a bird came and ate him, but he was huge. But he would like if he didn't like you, he'd come down in his web, and everybody'd go in the house screaming. But one day, Fred, I don't know, wasn't there. And then my husband told me sometimes birds eat big spiders. I think he killed Fred, but he doesn't admit to it. But I think, but then I said something. I was like, "Well, would you do murder Fred?" He goes, "No, he might have went off the front porch." This is what he told me. I think he threw him off the front porch. And then he kept saying, "No, I think a bird ate him." So I don't know. I'm calling bullshit on this. But what are you gonna do? But I guess Fred wasn't popular. We didn't have a lot of bugs, I'll tell you. But he never came in the house. And he was always a very nice, cordial spider. There are spiders, I like them because I feel that spiders are one of the oldest species. They're very intelligent and they're the most skillful killers. They have a lot of elegance about them, just in the way they do their webs and stuff. They're supposed to be one of the most spiritual creatures, actually. I mean, it was amazing. You wouldn't think that, but yeah, they literally are spiritually. People say the spiders are spiritually enlightened, and that's why when they die, they don't care because they know they're coming right back. This is what I hear. And really, because sometimes spiders they are very loyal, but they are very skillful killers. They do a lot of damage. In a lot of religions, there's always a scorpion and a spider. It's something about stingers and bites in religion. It always correlates one another. And I don't know why and how, but it happens. It's probably these It's just something to think about. Because I've seen them even down to the Mayans, Aztec religions, ancient Babylonian. All those religions have those two symbols. It's always, it's always. I mean, I like to track that kind of stuff too. It's always if you see a scorpion, there's a spider coming. It's like represents an old ancient alliance. That's why they have these movies about it. It's a fascinating mythology story. Fascinating. Oh, hang on. I don't think I read that. I'm sorry. The last few days. Somebody's been trying to. What does it mean to be channeled in the first person? I don't think I've ever heard of that one. I mean, I don't talk to many people, but I have never heard of that. I'm just trying to figure out what that means. You guys are very. You guys know this the spiritual lingo very well. But I don't know, just retype it where you think I would understand because this sounds very sophisticated. And sometimes I don't think that's sophisticated, especially when I'm high. I I think very unsophisticated. This is why I can only be high at home before I go to bed. It can't be at any other time in my life because feeling like this and going outside would be dangerous to probably everybody. I don't know. I probably end up in the hospital because sometimes I lose balance. So I figure, and generally, that's why I do that when I come home. So, and I guess it's the one when you really kind of better conversation because you're high anyway. So it works to benefit everybody. Look it, I made 3 hours. Boy, I'm doing pretty good. This is the longest blog I've ever done. I'm trying to not be so tired and try to stay up longer. So I feel if I get, now that I got the vitamins and I'm able to stay up a little longer, it would benefit me. And I think it has because I probably would have passed out at like, I don't know, 10 o'clock, dead to the world. And I'm trying to have a little energy. And I think this helps give me energy because I have to finish out the schedule. So I think it'll help me stay up more. And then I know I have to live stream longer and be more consistent. So I'm trying to do that too. But I'm still, if I'm able to do other kinds of streaming, I'm still going to do my 1 day blogging streaming. And I'm going to call this blogging streaming. Oh, wow. We got more questions. Look at that. Okay. Oh, I don't know. I don't believe in letting somebody inside of me. That's why I would rather do pathways. No, thank you to that. I don't like letting spirits inside of me. That's like a bad side of an exorcism. I don't do stuff like that. I don't meddle that far. That's very dangerous, Emily. Very dangerous. I would not be doing that. I've seen one too many horror movies. If that's a random possibility, seeing all these horror movies, no thank you. Better safe than sorry. That's probably one thing that's got me by in life. I'm very good at predicting random circumstances. When I'm thinking of one thing, I'm thinking of the consequence from another in a build to one. All just and this is how my brain works. It's like every day. But I see at least this will keep me up and give me something to do. And I actually do am trying to start this animal shelter. And really, this is all I got until I get things situated with a publisher because I have to pay for everything for this book. Sadly, my extra money is going to my dentist and my publisher. And first, I gotta give the money to the dentist and then the publisher. So I'm gonna try to see, like, say I've been saving a little bit here and there, and I've been finding deals. I think I'll start. Hopefully, I start making more money on Facebook because I mean, my God, it's been 2 years. Now they want me to take my communications posts and put music with them. And the thing is, I like them silent because I don't want to have to redo a reel after I did it once because it makes no sense. And it makes no sense to have a song behind just a reel. So I have another app where I can like do inspirational like pictures and stuff. I might put that through as a reel. I think I'm gonna start doing that, and then I start making a little more money over there. They actually do look pretty good. You liked one of them over here. I just share them to be nice because a lot of times I don't come over here a lot of times. I want to say most of my days consumed with Facebook. I know it sounds horrible, but I mean, I just subscribed to the dermatologist man and then a pimple lady. Now, you guys, I like over here for that in music. And I like seeing the surgeons do it. And I do like the college lectures over here also. Sometimes, I'm just like, I don't know, I'm in school mode. And I'm like, man, I just want to hear about school. And then, bam, there you go. I guess that's the most that I like to do. And then I like the music, but I like the options, I guess. But I'm getting tired, and at least I stayed up a little longer today, so I'll probably at least try to do a dog stream. Because there may, Chong will be probably attacking. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, if you see randomly, unless it says free tarot card readings, it's probably Chong is either going to be in playful mode and he's going to be trying to, I don't know, attack squirrels and stuff. Because this is probably what's going to happen. And we're going to go to Chong Park. And I'll televise Chong Park. And then I don't know, maybe the husband will go with his sister tomorrow too, and then I could do 2 streams. But I try to label them as such, but I don't know. I'm learning and trying to be more organized. So, but I'm gonna let you guys go, and I will come and do a live blog tomorrow. And thank you.